Now, obviously the title of this video is a bit of an exaggeration, but I just want to voice my joy after what I watched yesterday. NASCAR really knocked it out of the park with this Chicago street race. If you had told younger intern in 2012 that NASCAR would be street racing just 10 years later, I probably wouldn't have believed said person. But I was just watching those cup cars driving on the streets, and it just looked so correct. It just looked so right, you know? And whether or not that's because of the next gen and how it looks, but whatever that reason may be, everything about this weekend was just a spectacle, and everything just felt perfect. NASCAR really did everything right, man. Everything. Yeah. The introduction of rain tires made it possible to start yesterday's race, even though a couple years ago we didn't have rain tires or windscreen wipers. Yeah. Single file restarts, that was a very important change that saved the race because it lessened the carnage and allowed more of the race to take place under green. The cool fight at the beginning with Reddick and Bell. And then you have Shane Van Gisbergen, an international superstar, coming to NASCAR, winning, automatically putting more eyes on the sport. It's just a perfect weekend, man. I can't get over how good this weekend was, man. It really was. Everything from NASCAR's organization to Trackhouse and this Project 91 thing they got going on, that I think is just one of the best innovations we've seen in years, having a car like this for outsiders to come in. Justin Marks continues to floor me every time. I genuinely think this guy's already a Hall of Famer. I feel like Justin Marks is already a NASCAR Hall of Famer. You just look at all of the moments he's given us in just the less than 3 years he's been running Trackhouse. The Hail Melon, everything with Ross Chastain, a runner-up finishing the championship already. He brought Kimi Räikkönen into Cup, instantly putting more eyes on NASCAR. And then you have Shane Van Gisbergen coming in here and winning the first ever Chicago street race. Such a spectacle of a race, and your guy won it in your special car. Justin Marks continues to floor me, man. He's the blueprint on how to run a Cup team. And you're seeing it in other teams. You see 2311, they have their 67 car. They had Pastrana earlier this year. They're going to have Kobayashi later. Even Rick Ware had Jenson Button. Teams are taking notice of how Justin Marks runs his team, and they're trying to get on the hype train too, and I love it. I really love the state NASCAR is in right now, man. It's not perfect. Obviously, there are still issues with the next gen. Safety tweaks that need to be made to make sure the driver is at their safest. I'm still not a big fan of the playoff system. I think the points need an overhaul, especially now that we're getting international viewership the way we didn't used to get it before. I think now is the time where NASCAR needs to change their point system so that these newer fans that come in aren't confused as hell trying to make sense of the playoffs, because it is a very confusing points situation to understand. I think if we go back to regular season or even the chase, it will be easier for these newcomers to get acquainted and to care more about NASCAR. But yeah, man, everything about this weekend was perfect. I haven't been this happy watching a NASCAR race in ages. And I was very scared at the end too that one of these guys that were searching for a playoff spot was gonna dump Shane to make the playoffs. And it didn't happen. It wasn't even gonna happen even if they wanted to, because they couldn't even get close enough to him. Justin Haley tried everything. I'm pretty sure he started deep in the field. A P2 for him is insane, because everyone thought Allmendinger was going to be the colleague car that was quick this weekend, but it was actually him using a pretty decent strategy and making the most of it to get that P2, and that's good because I like Justin Haley. But yeah, man, NASCAR in the big streets. There was a picture of Van Gisbergen driving to the finish line, and it's just him coming over the hill, and you could just see the city behind him. It's just all the pictures from this weekend were just great, man. Everything about this weekend was perfect. The rain, try as it might, not even the rain could stop this weekend from being great, man. That's all I have to say, though. I think I'm gonna end it here, but just I'm a very, very happy person right now because of yesterday's race. Very, very happy. And hats off to NASCAR. They did a 10 out of 10 job. And hopefully this race becomes a crown jewel in the future and a must watch for racing fans. Not just NASCAR fans, but racing fans.